Good morning, everybody. OMG, I've been waiting for this Monday for 2 weeks. We are starting off strong this week because we have a new special expert that will be coming on every Monday to start your Monday off right. This lady, I'm telling you, I've been knowing her a short period of time, but I feel like I've been knowing her for a long period of time because she is just completely amazing, incredible lady. And she is, I call all ladies, as you know, Queen Diamonds. And we have royalty in the house. And her show is called Pursuing Profit with Principles. It's going to be coming on every Monday at this time, 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And I always tell everybody, do all the other time zones. It's going to be too many that I need to kind of keep up right with. But you get the picture. Get on your phone. They do time zones. And then you'll see where you lay at. And then you can come and tune in for this awesome show. I am going to step away to bring in greatness this morning. Everybody, I just wanted to introduce and let you know that you are in for a wonderful, wonderful show every Monday. I'm so glad she signed up with me under the Diamond Factor Experience Show with Barbara Beckley. And I always say Barbara Beckley, experts and guests, because it wouldn't be a show without the experts like Regina Bergman that's coming on now. And, you see Barry and you see other than me and the happy time to happiness show tomorrow morning. With everything, if they weren't on this show, this wouldn't be a show to me. So I have to give them so much honor, and I thank them so much for coming on and sharing their wealth of knowledge to you. Now, remember, and you know what I'm going to ask. I bring these wonderful experts on because I ask you after that, not just listen to it and say, okay, I took some notes and I'll just run with it. No, reach out to these ladies and men. They have some secret sauce for you, and it's not always on the show. If you work with them, if you talk to them, if you get the chance to know more, then you never know what's going to happen. It could be a beautiful relationship that will move you from here to here to here in your life. So remember that they have, they're coaches, they're, speakers, they're authors. They have a whole plethora of information that they can work with you, but you have to reach out to them. So with that said, I am going to bring on Miss Regina Bergman, and she has a special thing today. So I'm going to let her tell it all. I'll be back towards the end, but after this, you will be hearing Mrs. Queen Regina Bergman's voice, and then from then on, she is going to give you her surprise. Please enjoy, and let me bring her on, Miss Queen.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Barb. It is such a pleasure to be here. And I am so excited about this show and the fun that we're going to have, the opportunities to bring you more of those amazing experts that Barb was talking about. And that I'm so excited about today's show, especially this kickoff show. We are going to bring you my mastermind group this morning. And I'm thrilled to be able to bring them to you. We have been meeting together as a group for a couple of years now, at least. I've lost track of how long we've been meeting. And we meet monthly as a mastermind group. And it just so happens that it's the first Monday of every month, which is today. So we had double exposure for today. And I thought, how great if we could come together and talk about masterminds, since we're in the middle of a mastermind. And some of you I know don't really know what a mastermind is. Others have experienced it. You know exactly what it can do for you. But we wanted to chat this morning and just have an informal discussion about what a mastermind can do for you personally in your development as well as for your business. So let's bring on our panel. And I'm assuming that behind the scenes, Barb is going to do that. And she is. There they come. So we are figuring out the technology as we go here. So let's see. We have one more person, I think, to join us yet. But let's go ahead and let's go around the room here, as it were, and have you introduce yourselves and just give a little bit about who you are and what you do and who you serve, if you'll do that. Sean, you're to my right here in the screen. Would you go first and tell us who you are?
Absolutely. I'm Sean Carol Morris. I am a nutritionist. I specialize in whole food ketogenic nutrition and helping people take control of their lives and their health. People who have metabolic disorders or who have autoimmune diseases can really get a handle on their health again if they're using the right nutrition. And that is who I serve. It's what I do, and I'm happy to help anyone.
Awesome. And Sean, if we can kick your volume up just a little bit, if that's possible, that would be great. Carol.
You can try getting closer.
Miss Carol Henderson, Life by Design. Tell us about you.
Well, I'm a Texas girl. That's probably the first thing. But I help people who've experienced an emotional or physical traumatic event to achieve wellness and better health naturally and holistically without the side effect of drugs. And so that's something I've done for years, but have moved more and more into it as an avocation than I had before. And I've got to say thank you, Regina. Thank you, Barbara. So that's part of how the mastermind works.
And we're going to talk all about that, on how that gets you there as we go forward. Sherry, would you, and you are muted, Sherry, will you go ahead and unmute and share with us about what you do, who you are and what you do?
Sherry Knight, and my company is Dimension 11. But what I do is I work with those individuals who are wanting to make the rest of their life the best of their life, whether that's in business, whether that's career, or whether that's personally. So it's taking people from where they are to where they want to be.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Barb Ellison.
Well, hi there, everybody. I'm Barbara Ellison, and I am your personality pro, because personality drives reality. And for myself, I'm on a mission to make happiness the norm rather than the exception. And part of happiness is being able to have influence and have impact, but also to earn income. So I work with speakers and other entrepreneurs who really want to take their business to the next level by learning how to communicate with the people around them in just a much more effective way based on personality science. So it is just fun when you see the light bulb go on. It's like, oh, I can do that.
Awesome. Thank you. Sandy, Miss
Yes.
Sandy Lynch, would you share with us who you are and what you do, who you serve?
Well, my name is Sandy Lynch. Sandra is what goes on the check. So
okay, we'll remember that.
And I'm a seasoned professional bookkeeper that's semi-retired. But on my mission, I'm looking for IM hustlerpreneurs who want to understand their business numbers. Most business owners don't know how to read their financial statement. And that's the secret.
That's true.
That is the key to their financial success.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
That's it.
Yes.
Real simple. I am a hustlerpreneur.
This woman is the master of side hustle.
True.
That's right. So, and we're missing a couple of our folks. So one of them may join us yet, but anyway, there she comes.
I've been waiting.
They've got their same room.
So Brenda, we can't see you. We see your background, but we can't see
I don't know
you.
where am I?
I'm not sure.
I've been waiting in that room. I've been waiting in that room.
Well, now you're here. Well, sort of here. Your
Can you
voice
hear-
is here.
I know. I've been hearing you all introducing yourselves, but where am I?
Well, you're in the room now, but I'm not sure why your picture isn't showing. But go ahead and share with us while we figure that out.
It says on my screen, you are in the show. Everyone can see
You
and
are.
hear you.
You are in the show, and we are hearing you. We're seeing your background. But share with us, Brenda, who you are, what you do, who you serve.
I'm Brenda. I am a health coach, a life coach, and a law of attraction coach. And I'm a twice international bestseller.
Yay!
I'm so pleased. So my passion, my absolute passion is self-care, and particularly gut health, because the gut actually, determines everyone's overall health. Everything that goes on in your head, that goes on with your body, that goes on spiritually. Unless your gut is healthy, it's no point trying to look, whatever, 6 stone or size 6 and try and say I'm happy if your gut is actually in trouble, because your gut actually determines how well you are. And unless we are well, we cannot be successful. We cannot be empowering women, the empowering women that we are. So we need to take care of our gut. We need to make sure that we eat well, we sleep well, and actually taking care of the gut. People kind of mistake that it's all just about what you put in your body. It's more than that. It's taking care of yourself holistically.
And on
Will that do?
That will do. And on that note, we want to announce that today Brenda hit #1 for her new book, Stepping Stones to Self-Care. So awesome. Congratulations, Brenda. That is
Thank
amazing.
you very much. And thank you very much for your support, everybody.
Yeah. So, rush out and grab that book. It's
Yes,
really
please.
quite good.
Thank you. Thanks for your support. I'm supposed to go to, it says go to Come Mike. Where the hell is that? Oh, sorry, I don't mean that. Oh, I'm back now. Oh, I mustn't do that.
Okay. Can you see the directions there for you, Brenda?
No.
Okay, so
Brenda, I'll chat with you on Messenger. How does that
there
work?
you go. If you can help her get that straightened out, and we will go ahead and start discussion here. So
bless you, Carol. Love you, Carol.
Regina,
Yes.
is Brenda's camera on?
Well, and I have no way of telling.
Yeah, my camera is on. Thank you.
Okay.
It's been on from the beginning.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just not seeing you. So if you'll take that conversation to
And you know what else it could be on your green screen button? You could there might be a fade button.
Right.
A fade toggle. See if your fade toggle is on.
Well, and Barb Beckley is saying you need to take off your green screen.
Okay.
For us to see you, you're going to have to take off your green screen.
Where is a blinking green screen?
Unfortunately, it's not blinking at you, or you could see it.
I beg your pardon. Regina, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Instead of holding back proceedings, I think continue. I'm quite happy just to be a voice.
That'll be fine, because we do want to get going. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
So please, let's just get going. I'm happy with that. I know that Carol is trying to give me directions, but
okay.
And I will persevere, but I think just get going, please.
All right. So if we get to see you, we get to see you. If not, we'll listen to your lovely, beautiful British accent. So
oh Lord, don't draw attention to my British accent, please.
Oh, we love it. We all love it. All right, so let's dive in, folks. Let's bring some value here. So the first question I want to put out there is about value. Well, first of all, why did you join the mastermind? What, and some of you I know won it in a contest and or in things, but you still had to follow through. Just because you won it didn't mean you got the benefit from it, right? So why did you follow through? Why did you
Stockholm, no.
Why did you take advantage of the mastermind? Anybody? Sherry.
Because I needed help. It's really simple. When we have those kinds of challenges and we go, I don't know what to do about this, and that opportunity comes along, then you take it. And that's, I think, the first step. So many of us
Okay.
get caught up in our own fears that, you know, I don't know enough. I don't want to look stupid in front of other people, et cetera. So it holds us back. So that opportunity to, you know, get outside ourselves and be able to accept those supports and help, et cetera, from others, I think is step number one.
Absolutely. Yes, I like that. Barb.
I think one of the things that you and I have talked about before is I always thought that a mastermind was such a huge, spectacular, in-depth thing. And exactly what Sherry just said is that who am I to be part of a mastermind? But the thing is that I didn't realize that a mastermind can be two people. It's just bound. All a mastermind is. It's a fancy name for two people talking about something that they need help with. What Sherry just said, that they need help with. Like for me this morning, it was like, okay, I have a new project that I want to work on, and had most of it, but I needed some new a bit of naming. I needed a little bit of, what could I add to it? And it was just amazing because everybody has a different aspect of how they look at things. And one of my favorite sayings is, you don't know what you don't know. And you can't ask a question about something that you don't know. So within a conversation, and that's really what a mastermind is. It's having a conversation around something that you're doing. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that'll work. And it sparks something in each one of us that we can take then go to the next step.
Very true. Very true.
So,
very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's been so beneficial. So beneficial.
Excellent. Sandy, I saw you had something to add to that. Whoops, we don't have your sound, Sandy.
Okay, I'm by myself a lot, and I'm, like you say, I'm creative or crazy or whatever, which one. and I need help looking at it from another angle, just like Barb said. And you guys always give me perspective of how somebody else sees it. But I'm thankful for last month's mastermind. If you'll remember, it was on the 5th. And I said, oh, I've got a problem here with this hand. And all of you ladies said, Sandy, you need to go see the doctor. Goes to urgent care. And so it did cause a sense of urgency. It's not always about business. It's about our life too. And I did and found out what I had. And I think that it brought a lot of relief. And I thank you ladies for that. But you're also about pursuing profit with principles. That's an awesome name, because money is, you want to make certain your profit. I'm intrigued by that. And also people there to reach out for helping one another. It's like a nice, what did we say, a tea party or a coffee clutch?
We develop deeper relations within the group, right? And you know that you can call on anyone in this group at any time for support, and they'll be there for you. And that's true, I think, of all masterminds.
At least with women. We were talking about that.
I think so. I think we need to give the men their due as well, because I've been in masterminds that are both, or a good mix, and everybody was supportive. So,
I'll give some, but I think sometimes women, and I'm just not being, prejudiced or whatever, but I think we're more social butterflies.
Socially oriented. Yeah, maybe
I think so. We reach out, we talk, we communicate. I think
the connections are important to us.
Yeah.
Those connections are probably, that
and
we really value
we go into different areas also. especially women with women, we feel, and we've had men in here, but I think we connect better because of who we are and our gender. I think so. I mean, we do. That's just my opinion.
Cool. Very cool. And I think there's some truth to that. And I think it depends on the situation. But this group of women have been stalwart. These queens, as Barb would call each of you, as Barb Beckley would call each of you, queens. Brenda, now that we've got your picture and your sound, and we get to see your lovely person, how about you? Why did you come to the mastermind? Why did you participate?
I participated in this mastermind, I think, you and I had been working for quite a while together, Regina. And for me, I think to start with, it wasn't so much the mastermind. It was about working with you in a different context, in a different way, because I'd got so much value out of working one-on-one with you for about 9 months, maybe even more, before you started the mastermind. And I kind of disagree a little with my colleagues who just spoke before, just a little, in that this is something like the third mastermind. It is the third mastermind that I've been involved with for a significant time to be able to make a judgment about whether I want to be in this group with these people or not, something like 6 months. And for me, masterminds are much of a muchness, but at the same time, very different, because it's very much about the tone that the leader, the facilitator, the person who sets up the masterminds actually established for the group. If the person who sets up the mastermind doesn't encourage actually that this is everybody's group and that we got to work together, and that is about everyone bringing something to the pot, and therefore that way we get more out of that, rather than people thinking we are there to be spoken to by the person who set up the mastermind, that the person does presentations and we sit and listen, and then we look at the clock and we say, oh, okay, time is up, bye, see you next time. And I have been in a group where it's just been about the host just delivering content, which is good, which is helpful if they're an expert in their subject. And also I've been in a group where there's been such competitiveness that, and I'm not like that. And I find it quite stifling when people get competitive, because we are different people, and we are queens in our own right, as Barbara would say, as you were saying earlier, Regina.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll all shine because of who we are, not because we want to be the same to achieve the same. So for me, this group, this mastermind, I've stayed as long as I've done. And through quite serious illness, I've actually thought about the group. I've missed the group because it's got that extra dimension that it brings to each one of us, because we bring who we are to the group. And you really work hard to make sure that we do that, Regina. You don't allow what can be in some groups, and we all know that. And I think in particular, Sherry will know this, coming from human resources background. There are groups, particularly in corporate, where it's kind of the people who speak the loudest, those who can push up front, just monopolize the group. So then those of us who are kind of introverted, you just stay quiet and you just bring what you've got, and sometimes you're allowed to say what it is that you wanted resolved or shared in the group. Sometimes you don't, you just take it back with you. So for me, I've experienced all that. And this group for me works because it's our group, it's everybody's group. And we exercise ownership together with you, and responsibility for the group, for the mastermind being a healthy environment, a healthy context because we all need it to work. So we make it work together.
Very good. Very true. There are so many things I'd like to go back and unpack on that. But before we do that, I want to do two things. Sean, how about you? Why did you participate?
Well, because working with you has brought me from losing money to making money. And every time I have a problem or an issue or I need ideas, this is where I go. I know that I'm counting on you guys to have feedback for me that's valuable, that I can take action on, and my problem will be resolved if I bring it to this group.
Very good. Very good. Awesome. Did I miss anybody in sharing? Carol,
Yes,
I thought I hadn't heard from you.
Well, Sherry, Regina will, well, all of y'all, everybody here will kick you in the backside if you are not doing what you're supposed to do. They will hold your feet to the fire. And that's one thing about the mastermind. We've given each person permission to speak into our lives. And they do it in a kind way and in a helpful, constructive way. And one of the things I said early on was I'm semi-retired. And Regina said, your brain is focusing in on the retired and not on the semi. And I had closed my brick and mortar and, did other things in the meantime. And they have really encouraged and pushed me to go on and engage with the things that I know and the things that I can help and help with and do in my wheelhouse. And so that is something that is very valuable to me, is that they do that. And so that has been so valuable. And they help me with my messaging, for print and for different platforms. And in this group here, and I've reached out to different ones individually and said, can you help with this? You're good at that, and everybody's so willing to give of their time and give of their knowledge. And like Brenda was, like Brenda was saying, I'm drawing a blank here, not in a competitive way, but in a helpful way.
Awesome.
And everybody is here for the help of the group and the help of each of us.
Totally agree. Ladies, we need to take a commercial break. So we will be right back. Hey. Yes, Carol.
Never mind. I had thought of something that I wanted to add to that, and now it's gone because I was looking at that book and thinking I want to write down that title.
Yeah. Very good. Awesome. I know there were a few things that I wanted to unpack from what Brenda said, and I didn't make notes. So we'll just dive in here and figure this out. One of the things that was mentioned by Barb and I think by Brenda as well had to do with feeling inadequate going into the mastermind and feeling like, do I have anything to offer here? And I recall the first mastermind that I was a part of was Russell Brunson's Inner Circle, and paid tremendously to be in that mastermind was probably the biggest investment I'd ever made in myself or my business, but felt like I really needed to be there. And I had a business partner at the time, and we went to Idaho to Russell's mastermind. He calls it his inner circle, which is actually what we call ours as well. But I remember feeling like I was I'm struggling for the words here, but I felt small in my knowledge base and my skill sets compared to everyone else in the room. And, sometimes we go into things thinking that we need to be the brightest person in the room, but that's not true in a mastermind. You want to surround yourself with really bright people in a mastermind, because remember, you're drawing on their knowledge and their skills. They're helping you find solutions to things. And so never, you always have something to add. And I know we added to that mastermind, but we, like I said, we felt from the get-go, wow, this is incredible to be in this room with these people and the knowledge and skills that were in that room. And we learned a tremendous amount. We grew dramatically during that process. And then I want to talk about something that Sherry suggested yesterday, I think it was, we were talking, sometime recently we were talking. And one of the things that might scare you when you hear about a mastermind is a function within the mastermind called a hot seat. And the hot seat means that the person who's in the hot seat is the one who is bringing their challenge to the group to get the group's help with it. And Sherry, you gave me a new term for that the other day. You want to talk about that a little bit?
When I'm doing masterminds, I call it power hour rather than the hot seat, because some people go, it's sort of like, you're going to write a test, and in school you didn't do good tests. So that fear as an adult, same kind of thought process around that. So I just switched the name to a power hour, which gives people that opportunity to feel that they're going to come out of this. And they do. They're going to come out of this with so much information. But it's not just that individual who's in the power hour. Everybody else gets to look at it too and go, oh, I didn't think about that. They take something away themselves. We all gain from that one individual in the power hour seat.
Right. And one of the things that's really nice to do in a mastermind is to have at the end of it a few moments where everyone shares the most important thing that they got out of the mastermind.
Right.
Because it is about all of us learning. It's about us helping that person who's in that power seat. But it's also about each of us learning something that we can apply in our business, or reinforcing something we already knew, but maybe we hadn't been utilizing. Yeah.
Very true.
So, Barb.
And just to play on that, it's so often we come into the mastermind and it doesn't matter how many people are in the mastermind, but we come in with our notion of what it is that we're looking to do, and because that's our experience. But when we verbalize, like for me, when I can verbalize, hey, this was the premise, this is what I'm bringing, but now who else hears something different in what I am saying?
Yeah.
And that is the power of it, because then, as we talked about before, that sparks something that you can then move forward. And because we're all in different aspects, that's one of the powers of a mastermind. Because if you only talk to people in your niche or your market or your sphere of influence, you only get that, we tend to be narrow.
Yeah.
A mastermind takes you from being narrow to being so expansive, and to hear other perspectives of things that work in other businesses, in other niches. And that's the power of the mastermind, is getting those other perspectives from different businesses.
Absolutely. Carol mentioned something when she was talking too about how we lovingly kick each other in the tush.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's an important part of the mastermind, is that because sometimes we get in a place where we're really not living up to our potential, or we're making an excuse, or we're, lying to ourselves on something. And it's up to our partners in the mastermind to call us on that and help us see where we're doing something like that. Carol, you had a comment.
Well, that is where the mastermind is so valuable, and we all come from very different backgrounds. We have very different businesses, and this particular mastermind, many of the people are doing a similar type thing with the coaching, where I was not. I could, but I had not gone in, because I've coached and taught and things like that, and but it was like it took me a little bit to take what they were saying and bring it into, this is what I want to do now. And the other thing about this mastermind is we didn't miss a meeting all through the lockdown. And that's something we all have to look at. Life is different now, and the beauty is that everybody started doing Zoom calls, and we were already there in many of our different endeavors. And so we didn't miss a beat. We continued, we worked on our business, we honed our skills. And so coming out of this, I think we've all, I'm assuming all of us are doing better and more than we were going into it. So
Absolutely.
So that's one of the values. It did keep us, it kept us focused instead of sitting on the sofa eating bonbons and watching something.
Yeah. Sherry, I want to call on you 1 second. I just wanted to mention too that you don't have to be all in the same community. I mean, we're from the west coast of the US to London, and so
Canada.
Zoom is, and Canada. Sorry about that. And Canada.
You mustn't forget Canada.
I cannot forget Canada. So let's hear from Canada. Sherry.
Well, then that's exactly what I wanted to pick up
Okay.
from with what Carol was saying, is you don't have to be in the same community, as you're saying.
Yeah.
You're 3 different countries here. You can be in multiple different places and still get the support and the growth that you need from people all over the world. And I think this is just me. I think part of it is because we have different cultures. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Because we do bring something very different to each of our meetings.
True. Very true. Brenda.
Yes, I want to underline the point that Sherry just made, and to say that actually what Sherry and Carol, that what is really, really valuable for me is the growth that I get from this group, and the growth, because unless you are stretched, you just stay in your silo, don't you? And that's when the retirement bit of our lives takes over, because then we're just more of what we used to be, and before we know it, our brains just slow down. So really, I value, even though maybe at the time I might cringe and not like it, but I do value that kind of gentle nudge of being stretched, or as Carol would say, having my feet held to the fire and absolutely hating it at the time, but coming out of the meeting and going, wow, I have learned that, and I have learned this, and I underline everybody's point really, and I couldn't be more different to all of you. Yet I feel so understood by all of you, and in a way that I would never have believed possible if someone had said, well, some strange woman in Canada is going to really understand you to a T, Brenda. And equally, this group of women in all over the States is really going to get you. I would have said, are you mad? No, of course not. But yet now, that is my reality. I really feel that although I haven't taken a walk, face to face in the park down the road, I feel that I know you and you know me and we're friends.
Yes.
And we all love you.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
We do.
And one of the things for me is sometimes on those days when we are feeling that feeling of being less than, You know, we all have our moments when we wake up and go, oh, what am I doing?
Yes.
And when we can come to the mastermind and everybody else can say, but yeah, okay, maybe that's how you're feeling right at this second, but look at what you have done.
Yeah.
Look at where you were. And
Yeah.
sometimes that is just as important for us to be able to, well, yeah, okay, I really did do that. And we have forgotten, you know, we so often people don't celebrate the things that they have done.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that coming to a mastermind, hey, what was it? And Regina, I am so grateful for this mastermind because we start out with prayer, and we start out with what's our win? What are we celebrating this? What have you done that you are proud of? Because we have to blow our own horn sometimes, and we're taught to not do that. Oh, that's bragging. Yeah, no, you have to. It's good for you. It's good for your ego. It's good for your presence. It's good for your mind. It's good for your soul to celebrate because that's what moves us forward.
And you know what you have both just said, and starting with Sherry and Brenda and Barb there, is really kind of the next direction I wanted to go in is what's the personal growth and development that you've gotten out of it? I mean, yes, you come to it for the growth of your business a lot of times. But what's the personal growth and development that you've gotten out of it?
Oh, you're not going to like this one, but it's been COVID and I've gained more weight.
That's the personal growth, Sherry.
But besides that, one of and I can't remember, somebody mentioned this right off the bat. It's given me the confidence to do some of the things that I didn't think I could do. And that is an amazing element. It's not, I don't believe that's the purpose of a mastermind. That's just one of the benefits of a mastermind that says, you know, I'll help you through this. And you start out going, and then as you move through it, you go, yeah, okay, I can handle this. I can do this. So big win.
Well, and that goes to what Brenda said of, you know, it hurts when you're saying it. And it's like, oh no. But I have a term that I always say, you know, like whether it's the chiropractor or something like this, it's like, it hurts so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It may hurt at the moment, but the outcome is so good, so much better.
Far beyond the pain.
Do you remember the song? There is a song. There was the song in the 60s, 70s. It had so good. It's exactly the title. And it describes exactly that process of when you're going through something that is outside of your comfort zone. You just want to kick away and just you want to struggle when really you should just go with the flow.
Right.
And let
Okay,
it
I'm gonna have
so
to go
good.
to I'm gonna have to go to YouTube and look up that song. I can't remember.
Play that for us.
It's a lovely song. Yeah.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard it. Thank you.
Barb, what were you saying?
Sometimes I think for me, it's like you always call them when I have a light bulb moment that you can see from space.
Yes.
All of a
It's
sudden,
so fun to watch those.
all of us will have those moments where we just have been struggling with something, and something that somebody else says, and all of a sudden it's that instant download, that moment of clarity. And that's what is the power in a mastermind, because you can't do that on your own. You can't do it on your own.
That's awesome. This has been a great discussion, ladies. I'm so glad that we could do this. So what I'd like to do, we only have a few minutes left. So what I'd like to do is go around and just take 30 seconds, to a minute max, and give your, why you would encourage somebody to join a mastermind. Carol, let's start with you.
Okay. Well, I would say join a mastermind. And Sherry's is a really good one if you get that opportunity, because it is different than anything else I've done. She's different in her follow-up, her caring for us. But join one because you don't realize, you don't know what you don't know. And that's one of Barbara's favorite terms and everything. You don't know what you don't know. And being in a mastermind will help you to grow both personally and business wise and get ideas and see new avenues. There are so many new avenues. Well, just like me, that, that I had never considered some of the things that I'm moving into. In this venue. I did years ago when I had a brick and mortar, but all the technology was not there to do those things. And so it is so valuable. It is so valuable. And I would say do it.
Thank
do
you.
It and don't think twice about it.
Don't think twice about it. Sherry?
Same response. Coming though from the perspective of support, I don't think people realize the amount of support that's available when you do a mastermind. And not only from the group sessions, but the in-between times when you feel comfortable picking up the phone or getting on Zoom or whatever and saying, help, I can't get this, help me figure it out. And there's not many places where we feel comfortable going for that. And a mastermind is one of them.
Awesome. And I would venture to say that if this mastermind ended tomorrow, you would all still feel comfortable doing that, calling on each other.
Yes.
Because you've built such bonds together.
And
But don't you dare do it. Don't you dare end it.
No, I'm not.
We won't let him.
We'll come down there and hunt you down.
Barb, can you give us 30 seconds?
I think it just, for me, it just goes back to that clarity of can honestly say that I am a different person now than when I started this mastermind.
Yes.
And the personal growth and the personal responsibility,
Right.
and that vulnerability to be able to come and say,
that's
hey,
huge.
I'm struggling with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it could be an earth shatter, because sometimes something that starts out small can become like an earth shattering stumbling block. But then once you can articulate it, it's like, number one, it lessens its power.
Yes.
And you can always find somebody that, because we've built such bonds, and that is the power of it, to just be able to get that clarity of, oh, right, I never thought of it. Like Carol's out, I never thought of doing that. Oh, wow. Yeah. And we do ventures together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And there's no judgment.
When there's no
when you sit in that power seat, there's no judgment from the rest of the group. We're not judging you. We're there to help you move forward. And everything is done with love and your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
No judgment. Yeah. Sandy, can you give us 30 seconds?
Is the clock on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 30 seconds. Let's see if I can do it. They're 1:15. Accountability. That's one word. Assurance that we're not crazy because our ideas are out there. We can kind of focus it. Yeah, but accountability, I stop and think of several things that this group has helped me with. So, in fact, I'm thinking that's what I got to do with my courses that I teach people how to understand their numbers. The mastermind to make certain that they've absorbed the information that they gain. So I think that's about what I'm going to call it, instead of a meeting, a mastermind. Let's come on together and see what other things. So it's inspiring. That's what I got out of this. Yeah, that's what a mastermind is.
Awesome. Love it. Brenda, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Join a mastermind for inspiration, to be empowered, to gain as much information as you humanly can retain in your brain and also use, and for creating really genuine relationship that sustain you beyond being a business person, but in a holistic way. So it's the best thing since sliced bread, mastermind.
Good one. Yes. Thank you. And Sean.
Definitely join a mastermind. You will get out of the echo chamber. Your friends do not understand your business or how to help you. They will just agree with whatever you've got to say. If you join a mastermind, you're going to be with people who, they see that idea that you don't want to let go of, and they're going to tell you that one thing is what your problem is, and you need to work around it. That's the one thing you need to change.
Yep.
And you will move forward in a way that you wouldn't if you didn't have people who weren't willing to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Very true. Ladies, thank you so much. All valuable information. And
absolutely love all of the members.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always with
Amen.
love. Well, can we have your view as well, though, Regina? What would you say to encourage people to join masterminds?
Yeah. So masterminds have totally changed my confidence level, my the success of my business, my knowledge base. Stepping out of my comfort zone to sit in that room of however many were in that room. I don't remember. There were a bunch of us in that first mastermind, and looking at the wisdom around the room and thinking I was pretty smart going into it, and realizing that I was not the smartest person in the room.
But that's what you want.
That is exactly what you want, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right. We don't know that coming in.
You don't know that coming in, and I didn't know that coming in, but it was powerful. And so, if you want to improve your personal life, if you want to get more self-development, and you want to grow your business, a mastermind is a great choice for you to accelerate all of those areas. So I just want to share real quickly, we'll have more information on this later on, but we're putting together a program to be able to offer you 2 free months of a mastermind, and so that you get that opportunity to experience it. And then if you decide that you want to continue, then there'll be a path forward for that. So we'll have more information on that later. But that is a work in progress to be able to share the value of a mastermind out and help folks to get that value in their life. So with that, we thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next Monday.
I'm hanging on your every word, the love inside, I feel it burn. I've never felt this way before. I've had a taste, now I want more. So here we are, just you and me. I'm overwhelmed when you touch me. You talk so sweet, I hear the sound, 'cause when you do, my feet won't touch the ground.
Wonderful, awesome, tremendous, exciting masterminds rock. And it really rocks on the Diamond Factor show, sponsoring Mrs. Regina Bergman. What can I say? First Monday out the box. Oh my God. So I'm just going to tell everybody, you need to tune in 8 o'clock every Monday. This will be the show that you need to watch to start your Mondays off right. I always tell people Mondays are good. See, I'm an advocate for Mondays are good because a lot of time people be like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, I gotta get up. Oh, I gotta go to work. And they start off wrong already. Where's your affirmations? I'm beautiful. I'm strong. It's gonna be awesome. I'm awesome. All that stuff should be coming out of your mouth before you even kind of just get out that bed. And then when you put your 2 feet on the floor, then you thank God that you were able to put your 2 feet on the floor. And right there should be gratitude all day. But sometimes people don't think like that. They think of, you know how we go straight to the, it's another Monday. Well, it is another Monday, and it's an exciting Monday because you start off by seeing these wonderful queens that came on. I call them Queen Diamonds. I always call the ladies Queen Diamonds because I look at them as royalty. They do so much in their life. I mean, think about it. We have our business, and then we have our family. Then we got to deal with friends. Then we got to deal with everything else outside of that. Then we got to go back to that. And some people like myself has a corporate job during the day and a business at night and the afternoon and the evening and late night because you try to, put it in there on the hours that you can't do other things. So I always look at ladies as the Queen Diamonds, and I just love the collaboration. Very important. I want to bring that out real quickly before we sign off. Collaboration is the key. Collaboration crushes competition. I'm getting that. I didn't make that up. I have to give credit where credit's due. Chad Brown, he's a wonderful guru in sales, and he always talks about collaboration should crush competition. It's not a competition, a race with each other. The only competition I look at is I compete with myself because I want to make myself better, so I compete with myself. But when it comes to coming together, totally opposite. Come together, make things work, because remember, one is okay. Being by yourself, okay, good. I know you got your own business. But when you come together with other women, especially women, I know I love the men, but it's about the women. It's always about the women when I'm training and coaching them. And when we come together, it's just an awesome explosion in the world that we can make change so much quicker than we would just be in our own little, our own little spots there. So I'm always saying, please, please, always understand that if you can collaborate with like-minded women, that you're reaching for that goal, you can reach it farther. And not just reaching by reaching out to people and helping them. Guess what? We all like money, right? I mean, money's good. Yeah. You can make money. You can increase that by coming together as well. So again, we're going to make sure Regina has what she has. She only doesn't have this show, but she does have different things, products and services that she has. And we're going to make sure that you know those so you can reach out to her. And I'm going to say the next word. Yes, it's a little $, buy, buy from her. So with that, hey, we have to, it's all for, we have to, we help each other in different all ways. And that's another way. So don't look to be like, oh, you're talking about spending and money. Well, that's part of the collaboration. And we go far when we can help each other out. And I just wanted to say that. I know usually I have my other positive stuff on, but I feel like this is something that needs to be said at times because a lot of times people don't look at collaboration as so powerful that it can be. So with that, we are going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to have the BBs. And one of the BBs was in the mastermind today. Another one is me. So we'll be on tomorrow. The BBs, our show comes on every Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, all time zones. Look in your phone. And we're going to have a special guest that's coming on. I'm not going to say the special guest name because then it wouldn't be special. It would be a surprise. So we're going to bring them on tomorrow. We're going to be on for an hour. And I just love, with the BBs come on, we always have so much fun, so much laughter, so much information, so much awareness, and just, again, collaborating with each other and helping each other grow. So with that said, we will see you tomorrow. You can see the replay of Regina's Mastermind today under the Diamond Factor. You can also go to the YouTube channel. And next week, I want to make sure that I hook up to, I think I know, Regina, we have to talk if she has a business Facebook page. And I can add that to that as well. So it can be running. I can have this show running all over the place because I want people to see this wonderful lady and all the ladies, and hopefully they come on every month. This is I want to do this mastermind every Monday, so hopefully she brings ladies on every Monday. This was a very nice surprise and very helpful and learning surprise with the mastermind. So it's going to be nice to see them if they want to come on every Monday. You know, some people be like, I don't want to go live, but we'll see. Hopefully they want to do it every Monday, well, the first Monday of the month. So with that said, we will see you tomorrow. And remember, as I always say, what is the diamond factor? The diamond factor is your PPD, I call it, your purpose, your passion, your drive in life. Always remember your purpose is so important. Each and every one of you has an awesome, awesome gifts and talents in you. Let them shine in the world. I call that your diamond factor. I wrap it up in a package, put a little bow on it, and I say that you have a diamond factor in you. Just let it shine, not within yourself, because it is awesome and amazing, but also let it shine for others. See you tomorrow.